Minus 10, 9, 8.
The clock is operating. We're underway.
Tranquility Base here. Endeavor, go at throttle.
Everybody to the USCSA 2020 National Championships in Lake Placid, New York. Brought to you by our sponsors, Atomic Nordic, as well as Patagonia, Swix, Saga Outwear, and Snowfolio. I'm Bob Underwood, and
I'm Jared Newell. We're here with the call of the Women's 7.5K Classic.
And we got our first racer out of the gate.
All right, first racer is going to be Ella Getz from Dartmouth College. She's an undecided major. This is going to be her first time at a national championship. Next up,
Mia Doris from Colorado College. She's a psychology and economics major from Boulder, Colorado. Eldora. It's her first time at the national championships. Her favorite place is to be Obie Joyful Valley near Crested Butte, Colorado. Some good kayaking out there.
line it up now. We're in bib number 3, Adriana Toof, skiing for Castleton University. Coached by Marty Mayer. She's an exercise science major out of Fletcher, Vermont. Home mountain, mountaintop, and this is going to be, I believe, her third national championship. And Adriana Toof out of the gate.
All right, bib 4, we got Erica Myers. She's from St. Olaf's. Her coach is Kevin Brockman. She's a mathematics and computer science program. And her hometown is St. Paul. Home mountain, Melby Lawn.
Next up, getting ready to go, Moline Francis, skiing for UMF, University of Maine at Farmington. Coached by Buzz over there. She's a biology major out of Heinsberg, Vermont. Home mountain is Sleepy Hollow Inn Bike and Ski Center.
All right, getting into the gate, Emily Kao from Cornell University. She's an environmental and sustainability major from Acton, Massachusetts, and she skis at the Weston Ski Track. It's her first time at the national championships. Emily Kao out of the start gate.
All right, next up, we got Melissa Brown wearing bib number 7. Melissa's a Clarkson skier. Melissa Brown skis for Clarkson. She's getting ready to head out. No profile on her, so if she wants to come in later and fill one out, good to go for the next few days.
Next up, Anna Weedman. She's a sociology major from McGill University up in Montreal. Her hometown is Clifton Park, New York, just down the road from us here, and her home mountain is Gore Mountain. She skied up here in Lake Placid a lot. It's her first time at the national championships. Anna Weedman, bib number 8. Got some people on the upper part of the course. We see some of our first racers on the upper part of the course. And Anna's out on course.
All right, next up is going to be Becky Bryant, skiing for the U.S. Air Force Academy. She's a civil engineering major out of Monmouth, Maine. Home mountain is Eagles Peak, and this is going to be her 4th national championship. Well, Becky Bryant wearing bib number 9, heading out of the gate.
You can see bib 2 up there on the upper part of the course. Get you a little coverage from both ends of the course up here. Next up, bib 10, Cassandra Nelson. Cassandra Nelson, skiing for the University of Maine Presqu'île. Her coach is Shay Cussman, and she is an accounting major, and she's from Portage Lake.
All right, wearing bib number 11, Alexia Abrick, skiing for Western Colorado University. Coached by Duncan Callahan out there. Hometown is Hayward, Wisconsin. Home mountain is the Berkey Trail.
Not if you're from Quebec. Bib 12, starting out, Bailey Gangle, University of Vermont. She's a neuroscience major from Queensbury, New York. Her home mountain, Gore Mountain. Bailey Gangle. Let's go, Bailey. Skied for Queensbury. Team I think I coached one time.
For a little while.
For a little while.
All right, Bailey Gangle out of the gate. 10:06 on the dot. Next up, we're in bib number 13. Heidi Closer, skiing for Colorado Mesa University. She's coached by Gwen Barrows over there. She's a cellular, molecular, and developmental biology major. I almost couldn't even say that one, Bob. Home mountain is Vail, and this is going to be her first national championship. Her favorite place on earth? Maybe the lab she got to work at for an indoor place, or the top of a snowy mountain with a nice view and a sunset.
Bib 14 in the gate. That's Ella DeWolf. Ella DeWolf from the University of Wyoming. Coach is Christy Boggs, and she's a botany major, a master's student, and she's from Laramie, Wyoming. Her home mountain, Happy Jack. She's been in national championships 4 times. So she's familiar with these trails back in Lake Placid.
All right, out of the gate right now, we're in bib number 13, Lucia Weiland. Skis for Kevin Brockman over there at St. Olaf College. She's a pre-med bio major out of Grand Rapids. I said 15, Bob.
Bib 16, Lenani Farnsworth from the University of Maine, Presqu'île. They corrected me. Shay Cushman's her coach. She's an environmental science major. Her hometown, Honolulu, Hawaii. And she skis at the Nordic Heritage Center, I guess, in Hawaii. It's her first time at the national championships.
Next up, a veteran of the USCSA National Championships, Riley Udiger, skiing for Clarkson University. Wearing bib number 17, getting ready to head out, Riley Udiger. Coming out of Peru, Vermont. She's a fake engineering major. And there goes Riley.
Riley up the hill and off the start. Bib 18, Hannah Brown from Colorado Mesa University. Her coach is Gwen Barrows, and she's a hospitality major and marketing major from Stillwater, Minnesota, and she skis at the Grand Mesa. Looking out, we can see the top part of the course up there. Bib 10 and 11 heading up to the high point on the course. Heading up the hill, and they'll be coming around, splitting through here fairly quickly.
All right, we're in bib number 19, skiing for the U.S. Air Force Academy. Ann Alquist, biology major out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, coming out of Eagles Peak, and this is going to be her, I believe, second or third national championship. Person she would like to invite to dinner, Taylor Swift.
T Swifty. All right. All right. In the start gate, Ariel Benny, bib 20 from Western Colorado University, skis for Duncan Callahan. Duncan, a New York bred boy here from Glens Falls, New York. Ariel's major is mathematics, and she's from Leadville, Colorado, and she skis Cooper. That's her home mountain. It's her first time here at the National Championships. Ariel Benny, bib number 20, out of the gate.
All right, coming up next, we're in bib number 21, Ketzel Levens, skiing for the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She's an atmospheric and oceanic sciences major coming out of Bayfield, Wisconsin. This is going to be Ketzel's first national championship. And her favorite food is salsa. Well, hopefully not before a race.
Bib number 22. 22, Natalie Carlson from Cornell University in the gate. She's a computer science major out of Rochester, New York, and her home mountain is Harriet Hollister out there in Rochester. Some great skiers out of Rochester area. Our first racers are starting to come through on the lap. We got Mia Doris, Adrienne Toof, and Erica Myers all came through so far.
All right, next up, Neva Coate, skiing for UVM. She's a health science major out of Williston, Vermont. Skied over at Sleepy Hollow there for a while. This is going to be her first national championship. Favorite place on earth? Moab, Utah.
There we go on the upper part of the course. We see bib 10 up there coming around the turn on the upper part of the course. Heading back up on those hills. We got a hilly course here today, but a beautiful course, some great skiing. Some more skiers heading up to the high point. Looks like the bib 17. Looks like a Clarkson skier, bib 17, heading up the hill. Bib 24 out of the gate. Bib 24 is Molly O'Callaghan. She skis for Marty Mayer out of Castleton University. She's a kinesiology major, and her hometown is Fultonville. Her home mountain is Mountaintop, just down the street. It's her first time to the national championships.
Next up, Catherine Grunner wearing bib number 25. She's coached by Christy Boggs out there in University of Wyoming. She's an outdoor recreation and tourism management major out of Casper. This is going to be Catherine's second national championship.
Bib 7 lapping through. Bib 7 coming through the lap area. That's Melissa Brown coming through, a Clarkson skier, followed closely by Anna Weidman. Anna Weidman from skiing for McGill. In the start gate is bib 26, Kelly Arthur from Colorado Mesa University. Her coach is Glenn Barrows. She's a nursing major, and she's from Soldatonka, Alaska. That's a hard one for me to pronounce there, Jared.
That's why I gave it to you, Bob. Next up, we're in bib number 27. Chelsea Patch skiing for UVM. She's an animal science major out of Walpole. Gotta love some of these bios, Bob. The information is absolutely accurate. Famous person that she would invite to dinner? Nicolas Cage as Ben Gates in National Treasure 2. That's very specific.
Next up, bib 28. We got Bridget Wangler. Bridget skis out of Clarkson University. She's an engineering and management major, and she's from Honey Eye Falls, New York. And her home mountain is Higley Full Hill. She's her second time at the national championships. And her favorite place on earth has to be the Lofton Islands in Norway.
All right, we're in bib number 29. Now in the start gate, Megan Green skiing for Castleton University. Another one of Marty Mayer's athletes. She's a health science major out of Old Forge, New York. And Megan, this is going to be her third or fourth national championship.
Looks like we got some hot competition up there on the upper part of the course. Bib 16 and 17 fighting it out on those hills. Coming around. There goes bib 29 out of the gate. Next out of the start gate will be bib 30. Dana Flukleff. She skis for St. Olaf College. She's an environmental studies and political science major from Traverse City, Michigan. She skis on the Vasa ski trails. And her favorite place, the shores of Lake Michigan or Lake Placid, one or the other.
All right, just a quick update so far. Our fastest split through first lap was Erica Myers skiing for St. Olaf with the first split of 8:20. Next up in the start gate, we're in bib number 31, Carolyn Benny skiing for Western Colorado University. One of Duncan Callahan's athletes. She's at another one out of Leadville, Colorado. Home mountain is Crested Butte, and this is going to be Caroline's second national championship.
There goes bib 12, Bailey Gangle, followed by bib 14, Ella DeWolf, heading through the split. Heading back up on the course. Next up, we got bib 32. Bib 32 is Madison Tinker from University of Wyoming. She's a kinesiology and health major from Casper, Wyoming. It's her second time here at the National Championships. Favorite place on earth is Lander, Wyoming on the 4th of July with my teammates.
Well, Heidi Closer skiing for CMU just came through with a second place split, about 9 seconds back off of where Erica Myers was. But next up in the gate, we got bib number 33, Ellie Thorsgaard. She's a computer science major out of St. Paul, Minnesota. This is going to be Ellie's fourth national championship.
Ellie's off on course. Bib 34 in the start gate is Elise Paquette. She's a mechanical engineering major from Clarkson University, and her hometown is New London. Her home mountain is the Blackwater ski area. It's her first time at the National Championships, favorite place on earth, anywhere with snow. And her famous person she wants to invite to dinner, Jessie Diggins. Jared wants to invite her to dinner too. That's Jessie Diggins. 34 out of the start gate.
All right, next up, number 35, Livia Kovacevic, skiing for UVM. I hope I didn't butcher that name too bad. She's a geology major coming out of Concord, Maine. Home mountain is the Weston Ski Track. This is going to be Livia's first national championship. We're in bib number 35, out of the gate.
Coming through the lap area, that's Lenani Farnsworth and Riley Udiger, bib 16 and bib 17, heading out up onto their second lap. Bib 36 in the start gate, Zizette Flom. She's from Cornell University. She's a material science major from York, Pennsylvania. It's her first time to the national championship. And Zizette is on course.
All right, Erica Myers still with the fastest split time so far, followed by Heidi Closer, 9 seconds back, and Ella DeWolf about 19 seconds back out of first.
Hannah Brown, bib 18, heading back out, coming up through the split point under her second lap.
All right, next up, we're in bib number 37, Emily Green, skiing for Castleton University. She's an accounting major out of Old Forge. Old Forge got quite a few athletes here. They're not too far away. This is going to be Emily's second national championship.
And Emily's on course. Next in the start gate, bib 38, we got from the University of Wyoming, Morgan Robbins. Morgan Robbins is an anthropology major out of Lander, Wyoming. Home mountain is Beaver Creek. It's her third time at the national championships. She doesn't really have a favorite place, but anywhere that has majestic mountains, snow, and me camping is my favorite place to be. Morgan Robbins, bib 38, out of the start gate. Just saw bib 20 coming through the split. That's Ariel Benny Bib 20 heading out under her second lap.
All right, next up in the start gate, bib number 39, Mila Jacobs, skiing for Castleton University. She's a graphic designer out of Colchester and she's been skiing at Riker as her home mountain. This is going to be Mila's first national championship. After this, she's heading to art school.
There she goes out of the gate. Next up, bib 40. Michaela Ann 40. She got the right number and the right name. Michaela Ann 40, University of Wyoming. She's an agriculture economics major from Westford, Mass. Her home mountain is the Neshoba Valley. It's her first time or second time here at the national championships. Michaela bib 40 out on the course.
All right, your first place finisher in lap 1, Erica Myers, just came through on lap 2 with an overall time of 17:45. We'll try and keep you updated as more people are coming through the lap. Next up, though, bib number 41, Sarah Rodman, skiing for Clarkson University. She's a mechanical and aeronautical engineering major out of Baldwinsville, New York. I believe over by Syracuse there. Home mountain is Beaver Lake. This is going to be Sarah's first national championship out on course.
Bib 42 in the start gate, Catherine Crozier from Cornell University, environment and sustainability major. Her hometown is Wellesley, Mass. And this is her first time at the national championships.
Well, Adriana Toof came through her second lap there with an overall time of 18:49, about a minute back from Erica Myers. And those are the only two that have finished second lap so far. Number 43 coming up in the start gate, Chrisanna Andrews of the University of Wyoming. She's coached by Christy Boggs out there. She's a physiology and pre-nursing major coming out of Laramie, Wyoming. This is going to be Chris Ann's first national championship. She is out on course.
Bib 44 in the start gate. There's Jinglang Lee from the University of Wyoming, a physical education major. Her hometown's Laramie, Wyoming, and her home mountain is Happy Jack, and this is her first national championship. Bib 44 heading out on course.
All right, a little while ago we saw Mia Doris come through after finishing her second lap up. Next up in the start gate, we're in bib number 45. Exorian Duan of the University of Wyoming, coached by Christy Boggs. She's a recreation sports major coming out of China. This is going to be her first national championship.
Anna Weidman just went through the lap. Anna moves herself up into second place so far in the second lap. Those who finished up, we've only had 4 girls come through on their second lap so far. You can watch those girls come through. There's bib 28 heading through. That's Bridget Wangler, followed by 29. That's Megan Green, and bib 7, Melissa Brown, who's heading out on her third and final lap. Next up, bib 46 is Marong Yu. She's out of the University of Wyoming. She's a sports training major, and she's out of China as well. Her home mountain is Happy Jack, and this is her first national championships.
Next up in the start gate, bib number 47, Wang Lemmy of the University of Wyoming. She's coached by Christy Boggs. She's a physical education and training major. Again, coming out of China. This is going to be her first national championship.
Next out of the start gate, bib 48, Dan Yan out of the University of Wyoming. She's a sports training major. Her hometown's UW, which I'm thinking is University of Wyoming, and this is her first national championship. Dan Yan out of the start gate.
Next up, wearing bib number 49, Joanna Gerton, skiing for Cornell University. She's an environmental science and entomology major coming out of Rochester, New York. Some good skiing out in Rochester. This is going to be Joanna's first national championship.
Big group heading out through the first split there.
And Joanna is out on course. Should be our last skier out of here.
All right, bib 14 coming through the split. That's Ella DeWolf coming through. Ella, I believe, is heading out on her third and final lap.
So we had a little mix-em up on lap number 2 there. Heidi Closer skiing for CMU. Currently has the fastest second lap split there, or just got overtaken by Ella DeWolf. Ella DeWolf currently sits first in the second lap with a overall time of 17:39, followed by Heidi Closer of CMU about 2 seconds back, and Erica Myers skiing for St. Olaf, only a couple seconds behind her.
Looking at the racers on the upper part of the course here. That course winds around a lot. Looks like a University of Wyoming racer there. Trying to catch that bib number.
All right, so after that second lap, sitting in 4th place, Anna Weidman. Following her, Becky Bryant skiing for the U.S. Air Force Academy. And in 6th place, Adriana Toof. That's going to be your top 6, and they're all separated by about a minute right now.
Bib 20 up on the upper part of the course. That's Ariel Benny heading up on that, up into the second part of the hills up there. Ariel's followed up by bib 40.
It's going to be Michaela and 40 skiing for Wyoming. All right, coming through the lap split right now, Cassandra Nelson skiing for UMPI.
Tucking around those corners there. Come around the corner. We got bib 23. Bib 23 up in the upper part of the course. That's Neva Cote skiing for UVM.
All right, coming through the lower split area right now, we've got Malene Francis skiing for UMF. Ella DeWolf, though, still with the fastest time overall in this, coming through the second split.
Up on the upper part of the course, coming around the corners up there. Trying to get a bib number off this one. We got bib 3, Adriana Toof out of Castleton. Adriana Toof sitting in about 6th place right now. We should have our finishers coming through fairly soon here. Should have our finishers coming up to the finish line here fairly soon. There, up on the upper part of the course, we got bib 41. Bib 41 is Sarah Rodman skating up that hill. Still looking at the upper part of the course up here. Looks like we got a Castleton skier coming around the corner. Try to get a bib number.
Bib number 29. That's going to be Megan Green skiing for Castleton. Down below here, we've got bib number 16, Leilani Farnsworth.
Number 36. Zette Flom. Looks like we got our first finisher coming up the finish line here. That's bib 4. Bib 4, our first finisher is going to be Erica Myers. Erica Myers across the finish line, posting the time to beat for today. We'll get a time on that in just a second here.
Well, coming through the second split there, Erica was in third place, but only by about 6 seconds. We'll see if she made up enough time to bump herself up into second or first.
Erica Myers with a time of 27 minutes, 0 seconds, 0.1. So Erica Myers, the great race today, our first finisher across the line.
Coming down the hill right now, we got a CMU athlete. Oh, I'm sorry, it's bib number 47.
Yami Wang, bib 47. She's followed by bib 9. Bib 9 coming, Becky Bryant. Another finisher coming up to the finish line. Another finisher coming up to the finish line. That's bib 3 coming up to the finish line.
That's Adriana Toof skiing for Castleton. Gonna be our second finisher.
Adriana's gonna come in and slot herself in with a time of 28:33.7. 28:33.7.
All right, we got Murang Yu skiing for Wyoming. Following Kelly Arthur, CMU.
Lots of racers up there in that upper part of the course. It's getting crowded up there, and they're racing hard.
We saw
13 and 31.
We saw Caroline Benny, bib number 31, and Heidi Closer, bib number 13.
Another racer making her way around the corner up top. That's bib 27. 27 is Chelsea Patch. All right, bib 29. That's Megan Green going through on her third and final lap. She's followed up by bib 22.
And up on screen right now, we got Emily Chaos skiing for Cornell coming down the hill. All right, out of our two finishers so far, Erica Myers, time to beat, 27 flat.
Another finisher coming in towards the finish line here. Looks to be Anna Weidman, skiing for McGill University. She's the only competitor from McGill University, and she's going to finish up with a time of 28:03.4. 28:03.4 is going to move her in currently into second place. Great ski by Anna today. Wyoming skier on the upper part of the course doing some free skate coming around that corner. And here we go. Looks like we got another finisher coming towards the finish line.
That's Mia Doris skiing for CC there. She'll be coming into the finish line as our fourth finisher so far.
Shooting the boot across the line. Oh, another finisher right behind her. That's Becky Bryant, bib number 3. Finished up in a time of 28:15.8. Becky Bryant across the finish line. Bib 7 coming up the finish line.
It's going to be Melissa Brown skiing for Clarkson. She's going to be our sixth finisher of the day. Erica Myers and Anna Weidman, top two right now. Got bib number 15 heading up the hill. That's Lucia Weiland skiing for St. Olaf.
All right, some more racers coming in the finish line. We got bib 14 looking fast here. That's Ella DeWolf coming up the finish line. Ella DeWolf across in 26:39. I think that's going to move her into first place so far. Ella DeWolf moves her way up into first place. Fantastic finish by Ella.
All right, we just saw Cassandra Nelson coming around the upper loop.
Another finisher coming to the finish line here.
going to be bib number 13, it looks like. Heidi Closer, seeing for CMU.
Heidi Closer moving herself into third position currently with a time of 27:38.6. Heidi Closer moving herself into third position currently.
Now coming through the lower split here, we've got Marang Yu and Dan Yan. All right, coming through the split down there, Riley Udiger skiing for Clarkson.
We just had Alexa Abrick came across the line. Alexa Abrick with a time of 28:52.7. Currently sitting in 7th place. But lots of racers still out there on the course to challenge for these times. Bib 12 across the finish line. That's Bailey Gangle skiing for the University of Vermont. Finishing up with a time of 29:03.4. Currently sitting in 8th position. Bailey Gangle across the finish line.
Number 18, Hannah Brown, working her way up through the top part of the course there, skiing for Colorado Mesa.
Another racer across the finish line. That's Bib 6. Bib 6, Emily Kao from Cornell, finishing up in a time of 32:24.2. Emily Kao from Cornell. Lots of racers up there on the upper part of the course, making those corners. Some good passing. Bib 39, skiing fast. Mila Jacobs up there on a Castleton, followed by 20 and 40.
And Olivia Kovacevic, skiing for UVM, working her way through that group there. Bib number 49 making her way through. Joanna Gurton skiing for Cornell. She's going to be coming through our lower split, finishing up, I believe, her second lap.
Bib 15 coming in the finish line. Bib 15 coming in the finish line.
That's going to be Lucille Weiland skiing for St. Olaf.
And she comes in across with a time of 28:59.4, currently sitting herself in 8th position.
Well, your top three currently still Ella DeWolf, Erica Myers, and Heidi Closer.
Another finisher across the finish line.
Shooting the boot.
Shooting the boot. That's Cassandra Nelson, Bib 10. Finish up in a time of 31:59.5. Big shout out to our workers out here. Great conditions here at Lake Placid. Made a lot of snow. Incredibly warm temperatures the last couple of days, but they've made a lot of snow, and we have great course conditions out there. So we want to have a shout out to all the workers from Orta and Lake Placid in the venue here.
All right, Emily Green working her way through the lower split, finishing up her second lap, skiing for Castleton.
Another finisher coming up to the finish line here. That's going to be Bib 17 coming to the finish line.
Riley Udiger skiing for Clarkson University.
Riley Udiger across the finish line with a time of 29:23.7, currently in 10th place. Great finish by Riley Udiger.
Well, the top three were separated by about a minute on this course today. It looked like the course might have been just a little soft.
Bib 18 across the finish line. That's Hannah Brown across the finish line. She skis for CMU, Colorado Mesa University. 29:20.4. Moves herself into 10th place. Hannah Brown currently sitting in 10th place.
Heading up the hill right now, we had bib number 26, Kelly Arthur, skiing for CMU.
Another finisher across the line. That's bib 19, Ann Alquist from the Air Force Academy. 29:18.6. A lot of close racing right here. Girls in that top 10, 12 spots. Another finisher across the line. That's
Bib number 20, Ariel Benny, skiing for Western Colorado.
Ariel Benny with a time of 29 minutes, 00 seconds. Moves yourself into 9th place.
Haven't seen any close finishes so far, Bob.
Another finisher coming in line here.
Bib number 23, Neva Cote, skiing for University of Vermont.
Neva finishes up in a time of 28:06.
Bib number 45, coming down the hill, Zorian Duan, skiing for Wyoming. Next up through the finish line, bib number 5, Malene Francis, skiing for UMF.
And bib 24, Molly O'Callahan, finishes up with a time of 28:01 from Castleton. Megan Green across the finish line. Megan Green with a time of 25:42.8, Jared. That moves her into first position, Megan Green.
Might be one of the only negative splits, or at least even splits, we've seen so far today.
Megan Green skiing for Castleton with a fantastic finish. Another finisher coming up the finish line. That's bib 21.
That's going to be Ketzel Levens.
She's got a time of 30:09.3. Ketzel Levens across the finish line.
All right, bib number 16 crosses the finish line. Leilani Farnsworth, skiing for UMPI.
And she's followed right up by Bridget Wangler. Bridget Wangler finishes up skiing for Clarkson with a time of 26:54.8, and that moves Bridget currently into third position. Bridget Wangler skiing out of Clarkson with a fast finish from the back here. Some of these racers from the back making some great moves up into that top 5 position.
All right, we just saw Chrisanna Andrews skiing for Wyoming, making her way up the back part of this course. Followed up with bib number 48. That's going to be Dan Yan skiing for the University of Wyoming.
Heading up the hills up in the upper part of the course.
Seeing
bib 46 up the hills. That's Morong Yu heading up, and she's followed by bib 42. Catherine Crozier up on the upper part of the course.
All right, following our call of this women's 7.5K Classic race, I believe starting at 11 o'clock, we will be 11:30. We will be starting the call for the men's 7.5K Classic.
Another racer coming in the finish line here, Jared.
Bib number 22, Natalie Carlson skiing for Cornell University.
Natalie Carlson finished up with a time of 31:32.8. 31:32.8.
All right, bib number 27 making their way up the hill. That's Chelsea Patch skiing for UVM. All right, another skier coming into the finish line here. Bib number 31, Caroline Benny, skiing for Western.
Caroline Benny. Caroline Benny crossed the finish line with a time of 27:49. Western State. All right, take a little break here to talk about our sponsors. First up, Atomic Nordic. Atomic Nordic helps to make everyone a better skier regardless of their current abilities. With ability-specific technologies throughout the collection, Atomic's products will give each skier the potential to maximize their skiing experience. Our next sponsor, Patagonia, primary partner of the 2020 U.S. Collegiate Ski and Snowboard National Championship, team outfitter of the USCSA, and corporate advocate against climate change. Swix Sport, your winning margin since 1946. Saga Outerwear, aiming to support the ski and snowboard youth since 2005. Our North Star is simple, to be the most connected brand and stand for our athletes and customers alike. Stay hungry. And Snowfolio. Film, analyze, and track your skiing progression with Snowfolio. Enhance training sessions by providing athletes with the power to review, reflect, and build on progression on and off the hill. Visit snowfolio.com to begin beta testing Snow Peak.
Well, we're coming to you again from the Lake Placid Olympic ski jumping area, where we've got bib number 26, Kelly Arthur.
Kelly Arthur across the finish line with a time of 32:03.9.
All right, bib number 33 making their way up the hill there. That's Ellie Thorsgaard skiing for Cornell. That looks like a brutal hill today, Bob. It's getting a little soft out there.
It is getting soft out there. Tough conditions, but again, Lake Placid has done a great job with the conditions out here. Made some great snow. Plenty of snow out here. It's going to hold up for the 4 days of competition. And Ellie Thorsgaard up at the top, highest point of the course.
Well, time to beat is still 25:42, set by Megan Green of Castleton.
Coming in the finish line, we've got bib 27, Chelsea Patch across the finish line. Chelsea skis for UVM. Finish time of 32:41.6. Chelsea Patch across the finish line.
All right, another skier coming into the finish line wearing bib number 32. That's going to be Madison Tinker skiing for the University of Wyoming. Madison Tinker shoots the boot.
Shoots the boot. With a finish time of 30:39.9. Currently placing herself in 22nd position. Madison Tinker. A great finish out there today.
All right, and the long straightaway coming into the finish line. We got two more skiers coming in. All right, it's going to be bib number 30. Dana Fluerheft skiing for St. Olaf. Dana crossing the line.
Dana crossed the line in 32:12, and she's followed by Emily Green for skiing for Castleton across the line in 28:46. Emily Green with a nice finish there, moving her way up into currently 13th position.
All right, bib number 45 making her way up the hill. Zorian Duan skiing for University of Wyoming.
Looks like Christy Boggs up there, coach giving her a little bit of words of advice. A little bit of help along the way.
All right, so far your top three. Megan Green skiing for Castleton in first place with a time of 25:42. Second place, Ella DeWolf with a time of 26:39, skiing for Wyoming. And skiing for Clarkson, sitting in third place, Bridget Wengler with a time of 26:54.
Don't touch me, Jared. Some more skiers up on the upper part of the course. Two University of Wyoming and a Clarkson skier. Looks to be bib 44.
Bib 44 is going to be Xinliang Li of Wyoming. And bib number 47, Laimi Wang, skiing, also another Wyoming skier. On this lower loop down here, we've got Joanna Gurton skiing for Cornell.
There goes bib 33 on the upper turns up there. That's Ellie Thorsgaard heading up Just about her last hill up there on the upper part, and she'll be down to the finish line pretty quickly here. So today is our 7.5K National Championships. Tomorrow, we switch gears over to a sprint race, classic sprint race. Same area, little shorter course. Today was a 2.5 kilometer loop. Tomorrow will be a 1.5 kilometer loop, basically up the hill and then back down off the hill and back into the finish line. So that'll all be going on. Action will all be starting again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. But lots more action to come here. Still a lot of racers out on the course. Another finisher coming across the finish line. That's bib 40.
It's going to be Michaela and 40. That won't be hard to remember. Skiing for the University of Wyoming.
Finishing up at a time of 29:45.7, moving herself into 22nd place currently. Michaela and 40. Bib 40. Up on the upper part of the course. Racer at the high point of the course up there. So we got some tough snow conditions here today, Jared.
Well, the waxing couldn't have been super fun to figure out for these coaches.
These wet conditions are tough, soft snow. But once again, coaches are doing a great job. Athletes look like they're skiing well out there.
Well, it was almost freezing last night, and it's warmed up considerably till then. We were looking at almost 70 degrees up here yesterday.
Another racer coming across the finish line. That's going to be bib 38, Morgan Robbins, skiing for Wyoming. The time of 31:49.7.
All right, coming up next with
Broken ski.
Old one ski here. Bib number 39, Mila Jacobs, skiing for Castleton. Doing a nice job finishing up as best she can.
Got that broken ski, carrying the ski with her to finish that up. That's dedication right there. Across the finish line, Mila Jacobs. The time of 31:46.8. 27th position, finishing up with one ski. That's pretty darn good for the national championships.
Well, I'm not sure if there's a rule that you have to have both skis on or even with you to finish this race, but nice effort at the end there.
Another finisher across the line, bib 34. That's Elise Paquette from Clarkson University. Elise across the finish line.
She's followed by Zette Flom of Cornell.
Zette Flom finishing up with a time of 33:48.3.
All right, Megan Green, Castleton, still holding on to that first place spot with an overall time of 25:42. Followed just shy of a minute back, Ella DeWolf, 26:39, and Bridget Wengler, 26:54.
Another finisher coming into the finish line here.
Bib number 33, Ellie Thorsgaard.
Ellie Thorsgaard across the finish line with a time of 36:25.2, currently in 38th position.
Clarkson skier up in the back loop, trying to work her way down here. It's going to be bib number 41, Sarah Rodman.
Sarah Rodman around the turns. One last little hill, and then she'll be heading down towards the finish line. Sarah Rodman up this last little climb, and then it's all downhill back down to the finish line and in.
All right, well, Sarah was followed pretty closely by Marang Yu, another Wyoming skier, and Chrisanne Andrews. Chrisanna
Andrews, both out of Wyoming. Hot on her tail. So a little recap currently. Your top five. In fifth place currently, Catherine Grunner, skiing out of the University of Wyoming. Fourth place, Erica Myers, skiing out of St. Olaf. Third place, Bridget Wangler, skiing for Clarkson. Second place, Ella DeWolf, skiing for Wyoming. And your current leader, Megan Green, skiing out of Castleton University in Vermont.
All right. Crossing the finish line just then, Zorian Duan of Wyoming.
Time of 31:44.6. Currently in 27th position. Racers are still on the upper part of the course. Starting to wind down up there on the upper part of the course. That was Joanna Gerton up there on the high point. And here comes Bib, trying to get a bib number on this one.
Cornell skier, bib number 42. That's going to be Catherine Crozier.
Catherine Crozier once again heading up last uphill, and then she'll be heading towards the finish. Speaking of finish, here we go, and racer coming in towards the finish line.
Bib number 47, it looked like. Lemmy Wang. Wyoming skier finishing up, shooting the boot and staying upright.
Lemmy Wang crossed the finish line with a time of 31:51.9. Currently in 30th position. Skiing out of Wyoming, University of Wyoming. Wyoming had a large contingent here today.
All right, coming into the finish line right now, bib number 44, Jinliang Li, another Wyoming skier.
Jingling across the finish line at a time of 33:54.6, currently in 38th position. Wyoming girls, the finish line. Good team camaraderie there, giving each other hugs. Happy to finish up this first race of the national championships.
All right, bib number 42 coming up and over the hill, Catherine Crozier. Coming into the finish line next, bib number 48, Dan Yan.
Another University of Wyoming finisher. Across the finish line, Dan Yan with a time of 32:35.5, currently sitting in 35th position.
All right, well, after we finish up this race here, we'll be back for the call of the men's 7.5K Classic at 11:30.
A couple more racers out on course, but again, 11:30, men will be finishing up. Men will be starting for their 7.5K Skate National Championships.
All right, bib number 46 coming into the finish line, Marang Yu, skiing for Wyoming.
And she's across the finish line with a time of 34:13.0.
All
Couple
right,
more racers coming to the finish line.
that's going to be bib number 41, Sarah Rodman, skiing for Clarkson.
And Sarah's going to be followed up by bib 43.
Bib number 43 is going to be Chrisanna Andrews, Wyoming skier.
So bib 41, Sarah Rogers had a time of 36:59. Bib 43, Cassandra Andrews, time of 36:02 to finish it up.
All right, one more coming into the finish line. Possibly. Bib number 49's up on course right now. That's Joanna Gerton. She's working her way down towards the finish line. Tell by that pretty distinctive Cornell uniform. Bib number 42, Catherine Crozier, skiing for Cornell, coming across the finish line.
Catherine Crozier with a time of 37:59.9. 37:59.9. Catherine Crozier across the finish line. Well, we got lucky with the weather here so far, Jared. Knock on wood, but beautiful day here, looking Lake Placid, looking up at the jumps. You can't beat this. Some of the coaches up there on the upper part of the course talking over strategy, probably trying to get some of the course directions from the women so they can talk to the men about that. Always good to have some course information. Coaches talking that over. A couple more racers still out on the course. They should be finishing up here fairly quickly, and we'll get you our last racers in this 7.5K Women's National Championships.
Well, the men should probably be scrambling a little bit here with the wax. We got some rain coming down. Weather's getting warmer. It's going to be maybe doing some pond skimming in a couple of these low spots.
I don't know, Jared. I see some blue sky over there.
Always an optimist.
Somebody's got to be. So once again, we'll do a little recap here. Your top 10 finishers, unofficially of course. In 10th place currently, Becky Bryant from the Air Force Academy. 9th place, Anna Weidman from McGill University. 8th place, Molly O'Callaghan from Castleton. 7th, Caroline Benny from Western State Colorado University. 6th, Heidi Klosser from Colorado Mesa University. 5th, Catherine Gruner from Wyoming. 4th, Erica Myers from St. Olaf. 3rd, Bridget Wangler from Clarkson. 2nd, Ella DeWolf from Wyoming. And currently in the lead from Castleton State University in Vermont, Megan Green. That's your top 10.
All right, another skier coming into the finish line. Looks like bib number 49, Joanna Gurton, skiing for University of Cornell. Joanna finishes up in a time of 37:10. Put her in 46th position.
So that was our last finisher across the finish line. Once again, coming to you from beautiful Lake Placid. Our Olympic jumping complex here in Lake Placid. The home and colon of North America. Great venue. We want to thank everybody. We're going to be back in about 25 minutes. And we'll be back for the call for the men's race, which starts at 11:30. I'm Bob Underwood.
And I'm Jared Knowles. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you at 11:30.